Welcome to Reconnecting Africa. What's your name, my friend?
Carolina.
Carolina from Colombia. Tell me a little bit about Colombia.
Colombia people is very kind people. They always receive the people welcoming, good welcoming for the other people, the people that is from another country.
Okay,
Yeah, and very happy people too. We have a good music.
then welcome people and very happy.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, tell me more.
Um, we have very nice music. Yeah, and we have different people into our country. You know,
Okay,
different culture.
yes. What's the music style of Colombia?
The traditional is
Yeah,
we have different. It depends the part of Colombia. In the north of Colombia,
yeah.
it's cumbia.
Cumbia,
Yeah, but
okay.
it's more folklore. You know.
Okay, and then the other part.
For example, in the south, it's maybe music for Andes music. It's more
Okay.
indigenous music.
All right, traditional music.
Yeah, it's
All right.
different in the sense for example, Bogota is different music, but it's
Okay.
more the folklore music, no?
Okay. And I heard of music called merengue.
Merengue is from Latin America, it's not just
Okay.
for Colombia. For Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, Colombia. It's
Okay.
not just Colombia. We have merengue too, but I think it's from Latin America.
So that's traditional music, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me one thing. Colombia. A lot of people didn't know that there's black people in Colombia, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, can you go?
There's a lot of black people in
Yeah,
Colombia.
yeah, we have a lot. Especially in one part is in the Pacific. The name
Okay.
is Choco. That
Okay.
part is a lot of black people.
At school, probably they tell you about the black people. They in school then tell you where those black people came from?
Yeah,
Where they come from?
yeah, the history, is from Africa. Yeah, the conquer bring them from Africa.
Mm.
Yeah, it's very bad history. Yeah, I
Very
know.
bad. Like you said.
Yeah, but for example, in Colombia, I think we don't have problem with that because most of our music is from black people.
Wow.
For example, cumbia
Mm.
is from Africa
Yes.
and it's a mix with indigenous music. And I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of Colombia, yeah, maybe in some people it's racist. I think it's in everywhere. For example, one of
Sure.
my best friends
Mm.
is black.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's always yeah.
So
It's
you
normal.
tell me there's no racism in Colombia?
Obviously, there are people that, but I think it's not in general.
Sure, sure. No, that's
Yeah,
it's nice to know that.
we have a lot of culture from
Sure.
Africa.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So, where do you find the black people in Colombia? Where they live all in one place or they mix everywhere?
No, live in Choco
Okay.
and the coast of Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
So there are another place that you
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
told before,
Yeah.
Palenque, that's
Palenque.
Africa and
Mm-hmm.
Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that, for example, in the coast of Colombia, the people are sport people, but
Mm.
not all just the black people. It's a lot of people sport. It's indigenous people
Sure.
and even white people is
Mm.
very poor in that
Mm.
part because
Mm.
the government don't
Mm.
want to help
Okay.
that part, no? Because it's the how do you say periphery? No, no. Yeah, because it's the periphery of
Yeah,
the
sure. Okay, okay. Suburb or whatever.
yeah
Famous black people in Colombia,
yeah
like a superstars.
yeah
Black people in
yeah.
Colombia.
Yeah,
Okay,
with
football.
actually football is for example football always is black people. Most of
Okay.
the in Colombia, for example, always is black people in soccer.
Mm,
US, yes,
okay.
maybe two or three white, but most of the time it's black people.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
nice to know that.
yeah,
And yeah, so when you see those black people in Colombia, you think of Africa, isn't it? You know that they came from Africa.
yeah.
And do you know Africa? Have you been to Africa yourself?
No, never.
No, never been to Africa. You know, when you think about Africa, I know you never been to Africa, but when you think about Africa, what do you think? What comes to your mind?
Uh, I don't know. I think I would like to know Africa because I think it's very beautiful country, continent,
Yes,
and I think you have a lot of different cultures too, no?
that's all right.
You are black in there, but it's a lot of different cultures too, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know too. It's a poor continent and have some problems too. Yeah.
Poet.
No, no, all, I think not all the countries, no, but maybe some of them have problems,
Mm,
maybe with
mm,
war,
mm.
like Congo, for
Oh,
example, or yeah, you know.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. And do you know why Congo got a problem?
Yeah, for the diamonds,
Eh,
yeah,
because
because
every
yeah, the people explode
exactly
them.
they want to go and steal the diamonds from Congo
Yeah.
and all Africa in general. Yeah. Can you name me some African countries?
Congo, Zimbabwe. I
Yes.
don't know if the
No, no,
pronunciation
no.
is
You're
right.
right. Zimbabwe,
Morocco,
Morocco,
Egypt,
Egypt. Yes.
Somalia,
Somalia.
Marfil, Costa
Yeah,
Marfil,
yeah.
South
Cote d'Ivoire,
Africa,
Cote d'Ivoire,
South
South
Africa,
Africa. Yes.
Angola,
Angola,
Tunis,
Tunisia. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Tunisia.
Oh, that's enough for
I
me.
don't know.
That's enough.
I think it's more countries there.
No, that's enough. That's enough for me. Oh, you heard? No, that's good. And tell me a little bit about the food in Colombia.
Oh, the full economy. We have different places
Can
too.
you hold for her?
We have different places too.
Yeah, yes.
Different dishes.
Okay. So tell me, different dishes. Eh?
Soups.
So,
Yeah, for
yeah,
example, in my city,
yeah,
Bogota, the more
yeah,
famous the name is ajiaco, and it's a soup with chicken
yes,
and corn and potato, different kinds of potato.
yes,
Yeah, and but rice, beans, meat. I think it's simple food
yes.
because we don't have too much flavor. Like, for
Okay.
example, the spices.
Mm-hmm. And in Colombia, do do they have a cassava?
I'm
You
not
know?
sure cassava. I think it's more Brazil, but in Colombia we
Oh,
have something that is yuca, and it's similar.
okay. Because cassava, a lot of people said to go before went to Africa, they said that they came from South America.
Cassava is like a root, yeah?
Yeah, a root.
Yeah, we
A
have
root.
something yuca
Yeah,
and
yeah
nyame.
yes. I think, yes. They call manioc or something.
Yeah, nyame and yuca in Colombia. I think cassava is more Brazil.
The main food in Colombia. What's the thing that they eat more in Colombia? Rice, beans?
This place is famous in one city, that's Medellin, and
Mm,
it's bandeja paisa.
okay.
Yeah, I think most of the people know that place, but it's soup, arepa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Colombia. So now I heard that they have a vice president is a black woman in Colombia. Is it Colombia or another country?
No, we don't have a black president now.
No, the second in charge, not the no,
The vice
the
president.
vice president. Yeah, that's a Colombia or another.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? You like her or not?
I don't know. You know, it's,
Yeah, no, be honest.
no, no. I going to be honest with you. I'm really, I very worried about the politics.
Oh.
I worry about the left and right because
Mm.
in my thinking now,
Yes.
I was for many years I was how do you say right? Es izquierda. Left, yeah.
Yes.
But the last years I was thinking I think all of the politicians is the same thing. You know? no one is no one have interest to help the others. You know.
Yeah, no, I
The
don't.
people want to be there just because they politicians just have interest, you know. And I think sometimes they want to say, you know, I'm black white woman and I going to
Oh,
enhance your life,
yes.
but it's not true.
No, you're right. I agree with you. That's like a manipulation. They put a
yeah,
woman there to make you thinking that now things are good,
yeah,
but it's Still the
And it's the
same.
same. Yeah? I
Yes.
think it's more the discourse, you know, the word that the people told to
Yeah.
manipulate and talk with you. Ah, we are going to bring more opportunities for women, more like that. But when you look the situation, it's the same things that before, you know. That is the reason now I don't want to be more in politician,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me one thing. What you never what can you say? Can you send a message to the politician in Colombia and the old South America? Tell them in all
No,
South
no, for the politician, I think it's more for the people. I think
Okay.
the people need to appropriate because the people, I include me, we are waiting the help from the government sometimes, no? But I think the first thing we need to know is help
Yeah,
it, no?
help ourselves.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for the government, people need to fight for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you know,
Yeah.
because sometimes we are the government don't give me so but you what you doing for your friends? What you doing
Exactly.
for the other people in
Exactly.
there? You
Exactly.
know, you need to maybe the people need first they have more I don't know appropriate more
Yeah.
no
Sure, sure. No,
for the
this makes sense.
decision no
Makes
for example for the education because you are always waiting what the government say about the education no you need to propose something because no it's the life of it's your life the life of your children your family
yeah.
and you need to do something it's
Exactly.
not just give the children to the school
Mm.
if you need
Mm.
to have responsibility for no
Mm.
under your children on your families friends
Sure,
and
sure.
everything
Okay.
and yeah, and I start to wait because I think politicians never going to help us.
No, that's right. Yes, yes, yes. And are you planning one day to go to Africa?
I know, I don't have that plan, but I would like. Yeah,
Yes.
would be nice.
What about
I don't
yourself?
have.
No?
Yeah, I wish to go, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I need to plan that trip. Could be interesting.
You know a lot about Africa yourself?
No, not very much. Just
Okay.
things I watch in the television.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some things for charity. The people does like a UNICEF, you know,
Yeah.
for the kids.
Oh,
And I know there's a lot of like a nice animals, African animals. But yeah, once I watch a video in YouTube and they show like a, there's like a some like a cities like here or some like a normal cities,
yeah.
not like just like a living in the desert like, with the animals. It's not like this. Yeah.
You know what? You're very right because for a long time, my friends, for a long time, things that they were showing about Africa was everything to do with UNICEF, kids dying, and you go to Africa, some place you won't believe this is Africa. You
Yeah.
think you're walking in Europe or Sydney somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I mean
think it's like a stereotypes.
Yeah.
Stereotypes.
And I think it's the media.
stereotype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
And I
Uh,
think it's the media too,
oh
no?
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
It's the same in Colombia.
Mhm.
When you go for another part, Colombia, Pablo Escobar, cocaine.
Yes.
It's not just that.
Exactly. All crime, then tell you don't go there because they're gonna kill you. And you go there, nothing happens.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they did to Africa. I mean, not everything is perfect. It's just like every country in the world, you know, not everything's perfect. But Africa, they painted Africa in a bad way.
Yeah.
Very bad way. They say Africa is this, you sleep on the street, you sleep in a hut, you don't have a proper house. You go there,
Oh, but these are like a nice stereotypes. Like they're
yeah,
good singer and they're
Yeah.
good
And
athletes.
dancers.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I'm good dancer and singer,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Now Africa is not the way they say it. Your turn.
So Chile is a long country.
Yeah.
I was living in the south, very
Okay.
south.
What's called?
Chiloé, in a
Chile.
island.
Okay.
Because at the end of Chile, there's a lot of islands, like
Okay.
archipelagos.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Not sure.
So yeah, I didn't feel much the migration, the last migration, because it's more like in Santiago and the other
All
part.
right.
Some black people come
Okay.
to my city, but not
Okay.
many because it's more.
Where they came from? From the other cities? The black people came from other
Ah,
places?
from Haiti. I
Oh,
went a lot
right.
from Haiti
Okay,
in the
okay,
south.
okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Colombia too.
In
Yeah, in
Colombia, you know, the slavery, many black people before.
No,
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 okay.
no. I think I don't know. For example, if I remember my childhood,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, just like a Chilean people. Yeah, I remember I have like Argentinian classmate, and yeah, just
Yeah,
we are, you
yeah,
know, indigenous with Spanish.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a mix.
So the mix, yeah. Are you
Yeah,
guys indigenous
Yeah,
or
I
mix?
think it's mixed. Yeah,
yeah, we
Mix,
are
with
mix.
mixed.
Spain, indigenous,
And you
indigenous, and I think African too.
Africa too.
Yeah,
You got a lot of mix there.
yeah.
And yeah, and what's the food in Chile? Is the same as in Colombia?
No,
No,
no, we have empanadas.
What's how do
And
you make that?
empanadas
but
is
we have
a
empanadas
pastry,
too.
you know. Yeah, but
Empa- what's called empanas?
empanadas.
Empanada.
Empanadas. But it's all in South America. We have empanadas. It's a
Okay.
pastry like a curry puff, kind of
No.
like this. It's a pastry. Sometimes have meat filling, or
Okay.
sometimes cheese or different
Okay.
fillings.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
chicken.
and we
Oh.
have cazuela. Is a
Okay.
soup with
Okay.
veggies and
Oh,
meat.
the same as you.
But we have empanadas too, but it's different
Yeah,
because
it's
that one is
different.
like in oven, yeah, and
Yeah, but
then
we have fried too.
yeah,
We have
we
fried
have
too.
fried, yeah.
But it's
Wow.
different. It's different dough. It's different dough.
Okay. This is reconnecting Africa. Trying to get to know before I travel to South America, trying to
Ah,
get to know a little bit about South America countries. They have a lot of connection to Africa, a lot of food, bit similar to Africa, the culture, the music, the drums, a lot of similar to Africa. The joy, people are really happy people, isn't it? Chile people are happy?
yeah, yeah. They're happy. They're
Okay.
happy.
Now I want to ask you one thing. A Colombia woman or a Chilean lady can marry people from other cultures, different people, or you have
Yeah.
to marry persons from your country?
No,
No, no,
No?
doesn't matter.
no,
Doesn't matter.
it's no problem. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And in Africa, I don't know if your country, there's traditional wedding. You know, if you say I want to marry you, I go to your mom, your uncles, they have a party together, and then I take you like my wife. Then call it lobola. Some countries call different name.
Yeah, but before in our countries, for example, I don't know your country, but for example, my parents, when they get married, they ask, we call pedir la mano. Pedir la
Oh,
mano is like a ask, the translation is like a ask your hand, but you have to, for example, the men have to go and talk with the mom of the
Yeah.
girlfriend, yeah.
yes, yeah. What about Colombia? They do the same?
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
now, but yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah.
Okay.
The
What
same.
they call?
I think it's because this is Latin America. Most of the people, the tradition is
Okay.
Catholic. Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
And in Catholic, the people go to the church
Mm.
to be married,
Okay.
and they
Okay.
need to do that.
Mm.
The Jeromina say you need to tell the parents, can
Yeah,
I?
it's like
Okay.
asking permission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Chile and in Colombia, they have indigenous culture or they have a European culture.
Um, in Chile, I think there's some areas where they live some communities like a more like a original aboriginals,
Yes.
but it's like a all very mixed. I think
All
like they
right.
live like a
Okay.
whatever
Okay.
city.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's
Okay.
not very.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Colombia, but
Okay.
yeah, I think the last years maybe it's more immigration, and
Mm,
everywhere, not just Colombia. I think in
mm,
all world,
But
and it's more, digamos, more European people is
sure.
coming to Latin
Okay.
America,
yeah,
but yeah, it's a lot of mixed indigenous people, white
Okay.
people,
but
and
I see I saw I don't know in the news is there more like a pride now for the indigenous? Like they have the
Oh.
flag
yeah,
now. They
All
do the
right.
strikes. They
yeah,
bring
yeah.
the
I think now,
flags.
yeah,
Yeah, now I saw more that
That's in
yeah,
Chile
in
or
Chile. In
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 Chile.
Colombia too.
Colombia too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
All right. So the indigenous people of Chile, of Colombia, of Brazil, of Peru, the indigenous people of all the indigenous people there are the same?
No, it's different.
No.
Yeah, it's different. It's a lot.
Okay.
I think it's a lot culture, no? It's
Yeah.
just in
Okay.
Colombia like 80, 82.
Okay.
And I think Chile have a lot too, and
Yeah,
Mexico
yeah,
have
because
another.
depend of the area,
Maybe
how
they
it is
have
so
something
long.
things similar, but yeah, they have different tradition.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad to know a little bit about two countries in one go. I learned a little bit about Chile, a little bit about Colombia, and in general, a little bit about South America. It's really nice to know that you still have your culture, music, dance, food. I mean, what about the language? They still speak other language?
Yeah.
Not just Spanish, another language.
Yeah.
Oh, in Chile too,
Um,
or not?
yeah, they speak Spanish, but I don't know them in. I think the indigenous language is a little bit lost.
Okay.
But yeah, this one school they try to
Yes.
this one program they try to teach the kids to the Mapudungun, but it's not they speak Mapudungun. It's just like they know some things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Colombia the same, they lost the language, the native
No,
language.
no, we have I think 82 different
Oh,
languages
good,
there.
good.
Yeah.
Keep your language, Colombia people, Chile people, South America people, African people, all the
I
indigenous
think
people. Keep your language.
I think for example now with the globalization,
Yeah.
I think it's that one point that I think it's dangerous for the culture is that because maybe you can lose all that culture when you start to mix everywhere
Yes.
everyone in a country, because
Hmm.
you lost the culture.
Yes.
I think that is one bad point, the globalization.
Yeah, so it's good to keep your culture, your identity, your food, your everything. Yeah, it's good to keep it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, guys. I just want to let you know a little bit about Africa. Africa is a beautiful place. Welcome people, people from different colors. A lot of mixed people in Africa too, and beautiful. What the media tell you on TV, forget about it. You go there, you will enjoy. You just don't wanna come back. Africa is a beautiful place, good
Yeah.
food. There's problem, like you say, like anywhere else in the world, they have a problem. Africa has problem as well, but oh, lot of joy, lot of music, a lot of dance, good food. Oh, food in Africa heals your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Natural food, beautiful food. So anyway, thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank
talking
you.
to me. This is Reconnecting Africa. You can check us on YouTube.
Okay.
See you guys in Chile. See you in Colombia. I'll be there one day. So,
Bye.
bye bye.
Bye.